journey from just being me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
Welcome back to part 2 of this very special series, Why Can't I Say No? I'm Jenny Field, the self-belief expert. So in the first part of this series last week, we explored the hidden cost of always saying yes, how it leads to losing touch with yourself, erodes your identity, and unintentionally teaching others that your needs come last. We also looked at how people-pleasing is often a response to old conditioning and how building self-belief is the first step to changing that pattern. So if you are nodding along, feeling exposed, feeling seen, maybe even a little bit emotional, that's because this is real. And you have probably learned that your value comes from what you give, how available, kind, and helpful you are. But today, I want to flip that on its head, because your value doesn't come from what you do for others. It comes from who you are. And your self-belief is how you remember that. So how come saying no feels like such a threat? You're not afraid of the task. You're afraid of what it means if someone is disappointed in you. You carry a fear that if you say no, they'll walk away. That fear often comes from early experiences of conditional love, trauma, or simply never being taught that no is a safe thing to say. You've probably had moments where you've rehearsed your no in your head, only to blurt out a yes the moment you're actually asked. That split-second decision feels easier than the weight of imagined rejection. But each time you do it, your self-trust erodes just a little bit more. You end up being frustrated with yourself for not standing your ground and disappointed that your needs keep slipping down the list. It may even be conflict avoidance, because if you grew up in an environment where conflict meant chaos or punishment, then your body now sees conflict as danger, even when it's just a conversation. Your nervous system is doing its job, protecting you. But your response, well, that's outdated, because you're not in that unsafe place anymore. So saying no might still trigger discomfort, but discomfort isn't danger. It's growth. Conflict isn't always harmful. It can be the birthplace of clarity, respect, and truth. It's a sign that you're choosing your voice over your silence. Imagine how different things could be if you learned to see healthy conflict not as a rejection, but as an invitation to deeper honesty. And I get it, that shift doesn't happen overnight. Like everything, with practice, your nervous system can learn that it's safe to express a boundary. You may be stuck in a fawn response, and this one was a real biggie for me. It's one of the lesser known trauma patterns. Fawning is when you people please to avoid rejection, abandonment, or judgment. You say yes to avoid confrontation. You apologize when you've done nothing wrong. You over-explain, over-accommodate, and over-function for everyone else, just not for yourself. And here's the thing. That didn't start as a weakness. It started as survival. I'm going to say that again because I really want you to hear it. You not saying no is not a weakness. It's a learnt survival mechanism. But it doesn't have to be your way of living anymore. With self-belief, you get to create new patterns. You learn to notice the urge to fawn. Take a breath and then choose differently. Saying no isn't selfish. It's sacred. It's you choosing truth over performance. It's quite a revolution in how you show up for yourself. And when you begin to say no from a place of grounded self belief, you don't have to shout it or justify it. It just is. This is the stuff that we just don't get taught. And that's exactly why I'm running a live free webinar where we can go deeper. It's called Why Can't I Say No? And it's your starting point to shift this stuff for good. You'll learn why boundaries feel unsafe, what's really underneath your guilt, and how to begin to say no in a way that feels empowering and not terrifying. So go find the links down below and get yourself signed up and support your future self now. Self-belief is what gives you the courage to speak up, to choose yourself, to say no without apology. And that is why I do this work. I'm Jenny Field, the self-belief expert, and I'll see you live in the webinar. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.